In this episode, some people get lost, Derek goes quickly, and an eye in the sky. Welcome to episode 148 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, me and you did different car-related things over the weekend.
We did. I had a lot of fun.
I did too. Let's talk about yours first.
Okay. So this past weekend, well, I guess now 2 weekends ago, technically, was the annual toy run, the holiday toy run put on by Suncoast Porsche.
A toy run.
Uh-huh.
So when you say run, I first think of like a sprint, like a jog.
Some people were treating this as a sprint in their cars.
Oh.
But it is a toy drive where you donate a bunch of toys and you get to participate in a big toy rally drive.
So not a 5K. This was a driving event.
This was over 100 miles of driving.
Okay.
And bam, it was a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
And you get a ton of different cars. I mean, I brought out the little Volkswagen that could. I mean, the little GLI was holding its own out there. We had Lamborghinis, we had McLarens, we had Porsches, we had BMWs, a bunch of R8s, some Corvettes, Z06s, you name it. I mean, hell, there was even a Mega Rex that came out.
Wow.
There's like everything. A couple of GTIs.
I see a wrapped Lamborghini here.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
We're looking at a very festive wrapped Lamborghini on HRE wheels, which I think just looks scrumptious.
Yes, that's super cool.
It looks so good. And there was just, you name it. Like in this picture we're looking at, there's a Lamborghini Aventador S, a like 8-second quarter-mile manual transmission Mustang. In the far back corner, there's a GT3 RS with a Wonder Woman wrap. There's a Cornflower Blue Golf GTI. There's all sorts. There's an M6 back there. You name it.
Variety.
Everything. So the rally takes place starting at Suncoast Porsche. And then you go for a 100-mile blast out in the country. And there was some tomfoolery, but there was also some behaving themselves.
Good.
So in years past, it was kind of turned into this just massive free-for-all of as soon as you left the dealer, just wide open going down like city streets. There was none of that.
Okay, good.
There was a couple little small acceleration pulls, but nothing crazy. I mean, we were barely cresting 45 in a 40-mile-an-hour road. So everyone was behaving themselves. But once you got out east, that's when the behaving turned to misbehaving.
Okay.
And it's amazing how many people that have supercars that have not installed the driver mod yet.
Oh.
Yes, our friend Anthony, you would enjoy that for sure. But the little Volkswagen that could was keeping up with some R8s and a 911 turbo in some of the twisties.
Were you the slowest car?
No. I was the second slowest car.
What was the slowest?
It was a truck.
Oh, okay.
There was a Bronco there.
Okay.
Actually,
yeah.
no. I may have been the third slowest. There was also a Mini.
All right.
But I will hold steadfast. It is way more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow.
Yes, it is, James May. Yes, it is.
I was so proud of my little car. It was great. I knew when I would get some lift off oversteer. I mean, I could go into a corner, plant it, stab on off, get the back to come around a little bit. And then all of a sudden, I'm catching an R8 and a 911 turbo in a little Volkswagen.
You don't need speed to have fun.
No, it was really quite funny. There'd be an R8 and they'd go roaring down the straight, but then they'd come to a turn. They'd just kind of stop and gently get through. And I'm just as like a little rat terrier. Boop, 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 boop.
Yep.
Out you go. And then as soon as the road gets straight again, they leave me in the dust. They're roaring off at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I'm back here going, I've run out of my 200 horsepower. I've had all of it I can take. But just so much fun. And then it ended in downtown Lakewood Ranch, where they actually had the main street closed for us.
Nice.
So it turned downtown Lakewood Ranch into a car show. which is the picture we're looking at. And quick shout out to Peter Tromboni for the pictures. We pulled that from the Facebook group. But, I mean, in this one picture, you've got a Ferrari F430. You've got a Nissan GTR and an Alfa Romeo 4C. Just such a cool thing. And I'm just still so proud of how my little car handled.
You should be.
It's not fast, but it's fun.
Yep.
And it just... But what never ceases to amaze me is how absolutely shit people are at reading directions.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It was like the fifth turn and half the group got lost.
Oh, no.
So I stopped and then signaled to some people just follow me. I promise I will show you where to go. And I will say the cars that followed me had a way more fun time than the cars that didn't.
Oh.
I know those roads.
Yes, you do.
So I know what that corner is going to look like. So I know when I can give it the beans and when I can need to not.
You would be a slow down the straight but fast through the corner good leader.
That's what it was.
Yes.
For a while, I led a pack that was an R8, a 911 Turbo, a Z06, and an Audi S3. It was hilarious.
Perfect.
But that was the toy run. It was a lot of fun. Just massive amount of fun. Had some lunch at Ed's Tavern and can't wait for next year when I will hopefully have many more horsepower than what I had this year.
Hey, man, I had some of the most fun driving in my Honda Civic. You don't need speed to have fun.
It's true. I had a lot of fun.
Yep. You can push our cars to the limit on any street corner.
Mm-hmm.
These cars, you kind of need to be at a racetrack.
Yeah, you need some more openness.
Yeah.
But lots and lots of fun was my Saturday. What did you do that Saturday?
So I also had lots and lots of fun. I went out to the BMW driving experience.
Yes.
Now, you went to this last year with me, which is an autocross type event where BMW lets you drive whatever their new hotness is in a closed circuit with cones in a parking lot and an instructor in the passenger seat. This was a lot of fun. So what we got to drive was this right here, which is in this case, ours was a 2023 BMW i4 M50. Do you know what an i4 M50 is?
I do.
Okay. What is it?
It's an electric car.
It is. It's
an electric, essentially, 4 Series Grand Coupe.
It is.
And I think that's actually probably right out of the BMW brochure.
It probably is, the way you said that. This is full EV. We're talking, as far as statistics go, 536 horsepower, 586 pound-feet of torque. So over double my car.
It's quick.
Your car. It's fast. 0 to 60, 3.7 seconds.
That's fast.
That is blisteringly fast. That might be the fastest 0 to 60 car I've ever driven. That's not far off of supercar hypercar territory.
No, you're right. It's not that far out.
I mean, if you're under 4 seconds, you're in the supercar territory.
You're quick at that point.
Right.
Properly quick.
And they just let us race this as fast as we wanted, which was great.
Did you hit any cones?
I did. Yes.
Yes.
As you always should, if you're pushing the limit. The battery itself is a 83 kilowatt hour battery.
Okay.
Not huge, but about right for this car, considering like a Tesla Model 3 is around 80 as well. 271 miles of range, so about average, slightly above average. I'd say average is about 250 right now. And the downfall of this car is it's 5,100 pounds. I'll talk about that more in a moment. So
that's not a big car to look at.
No,
but over 5,000. That's freaking huge, man.
That's a heavy car.
That's
a heavy car
for such a small car.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. A couple other things. When we got there, last year when we got there, all you heard was engine revving and tires squealing, right?
That was great.
There was no noise.
Oh, I hate that.
There was no noise.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
If the driver was not a good driver, which the public was allowed into this, by the way. You, if you're watching this, you can sign up for this next year. They're doing it next year.
And hopefully they put not i4s in it.
They'll put some EV, but I don't know what it will be.
Did they have any non-EVs there? Or is it all EV?
They had the IMSA safety car there.
To drive?
Not to drive. Just
Did they have
there.
any that you could drive that were not EV?
No, it was all EV. BMW is pushing the EV thing hard right now.
Don't like that.
There was another car that you could drive. I think if you remember last year, they did like a start-stop test with an SUV.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing that with an EV as well.
Mm.
I forget which one it was, but they were also doing that. So with this car that we drove, the BMW i4M50.
Yes, printer.
Super quiet. If the driver wasn't good and they couldn't get the tires to squeal, like they weren't aggressive enough, you didn't know a race was happening. You had no idea, which was kind of wild. Yep. This was the first time that I got to experience brake regen. Have you experienced that before?
In like a Civic Hybrid. But
Yeah.
not like this.
This was a lot of brake regen.
So as soon as you lift and go to the brakes, you can feel it.
As soon as you lift, it felt like a brake pedal was depressed halfway down.
Whoa.
It was like almost lurching forward kind of braking.
And was this in its hardest M mode?
This was in medium mode for brake regen. You can turn it off.
You can turn it higher, though.
You can turn it higher and lower.
That's
Yes.
like almost full ABS if you go higher than that.
I could not imagine what higher would be. It would honestly be uncomfortable.
I could imagine. Oh,
We did 3 different runs, so we got to drive the car 3 different times through the cones. The first time they kept brake regen on, the second time they turned it off, and the third time they were like, you do whatever you want to do. And I just turned it off because it was weird. I'm used to a manual, so that was just odd to me. One of the instructors that I got was Linda Popes.
whoa. I know
who
that
is?
name.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah. I'm assuming a relation to Mr. Randy.
Is indeed.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. And I did
I didn't
ask
know
her,
she was doing that.
are you related to Mr. Randy Post? She's like, yes, I am.
That's really
So
cool.
then we had a nice motorsports conversation in the car.
Oh, that's neat.
That's super cool. Randy Popes, very famous racing driver. You can go look him up. This car was mind-blowingly fast in a straight line.
I would imagine. I mean, it's 3.7 seconds 0 to 60. That's cool. That's freaking swelteringly quick.
It was so fast, there was one point at which I got to go pedal to the metal. Only 1 point. And only 1 point throughout the whole run. I got 3 laps on the track, but there was only 1 point through the whole run, which was the start.
Other than that,
There was no
three-quarter
point.
throttle.
There was absolutely no point at going full throttle. It was 80% max. The one time I did try to go full throttle through a normal lap, it understeered to all hell because of the weight.
That pesky thing that you
Yes.
said, that weight, right?
So if you don't push it too hard through the corners, this car does rotate surprisingly well. But if you do push it too hard and you don't get it stopped in time, you're doomed.
You're just going straight.
You're completely doomed because all of the weight of this car makes this thing understeer terribly.
I feel now I don't have enough experience with EVs to speak intelligently here, but I'm guessing that's what they all do.
I would assume you're probably right.
98% of them.
Just because of the weight itself. Now, the weight distribution in the car apparently is 50-50.
It's good.
That's what they say.
It's still heavy, though.
Right. The problem is just the batteries are so... 5,000 pounds is a lot to lug around in this car.
Yeah.
Now, they did say something interesting happened. The tire wear on this car, would you think it's better or worse than the tire wear of the ICE car?
You mean just generally speaking?
In the racing situation that we're doing.
I would imagine it would be more front wheel wear.
You think so?
If it's going to understeer like that.
So they said last year when they were... I don't remember what we got to drive last year.
We got to drive the BMW M440i.
Yeah, it was probably that.
So it was this and a 2-door with an ICE engine.
Right. That car, every single session, they would have to change the front right. This car, they changed no tires for 3 days.
What?
The ICE...
Well, wait. Because when we went, they couldn't even find tires. Do you remember that conversation?
Mm-hmm.
They were running like 3 different kinds of tire on the car. So put that into your calculus.
The problem with the ICE car is it was eating the outer wall of the tire.
Okay.
This car didn't do that.
Why?
Because the way I suspect the suspension deals with the lower center of gravity. The battery is heavy, but it's the floor. The ICE engine was up in the front of the nose. So all the weight,
pulling it.
yes, all the weight is rolling the tire over on its edge. So that was kind of interesting. And I could feel that, I will say. When you turn the corner, you could feel the even weight distribution, and under braking, you didn't feel as much front load. So that was kind of interesting. And on acceleration, it didn't really matter because you just went to the moon. That's just what it does. I asked the instructors, every one of them that I got to drive with, in your opinion, having raced and done ice racing, what is your opinion, this ICE vehicle to this EV? And all of them basically summarized it as, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. I'm not confident in it, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Which is interesting.
Too bad it's still ugly.
Yes, it's not. It's not. But I didn't go in thinking it was going to be a pretty car. I wanted to feel the driving dynamics of what an EV BMW is. And I don't know, do they have a rear shot here? Funny enough, they still have like the exhaust section in this car, which I don't know why they have that.
That's confusing.
That is very confusing. It definitely feels like they took the skateboard, bolted in ICE body on top, and said, go ahead.
One of those.
It was definitely one of those. Overall, I was also pleasantly surprised. Would I buy one? No.
That was my next question. Would you buy one?
No. The price as driven was like $70,000.
Oh!
That's a lot.
What?
That's a lot.
Oh my God. Hold. You said $70,000?
The base is 63. The M is like 68 and change.
Holy freaking hell. That's really expensive.
It was very expensive.
I feel like that's like obnoxiously expensive.
I agree, but tell me a car that's not obnoxiously expensive.
Tesla Model 3.
It's
the same thing.
Okay.
It's the exact same car.
I'll give you that.
It's got about the same range. It's got about the same power. It does 0 to 60 in about the same time.
Mm-hmm. 4-door.
That or a Tesla Model 3.
Yeah, I'd rather go Model 3.
You'll save $40,000.
Right.
I would like to meet the sucker that's going to pay $70,000 for that.
Oh, he's out there.
And I'd love to understand his psyche, because what is going on in that brain of his?
I don't know.
I mean, oh my God.
I hope that next time you get to go and you get to race an EV, it was cool. It was neat.
It's something.
I was a fan.
You're going to buy one?
Heck no.
It's $70,000.
Heck no. Heck no. There's no way. But we'll see if BMW over time can chop the price off that, because that's not a
That's ridiculous.
That is not $70,000.
That's just nutty. I'm sorry.
It's not even close. It should be 50.
That's a $51,000 car.
Right.
That's not a $70,000 car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing about that do I like.
So that's what I was doing.
I would have rather done what I did.
All right.
I heard twin turbo V10s, and I was happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a pro-charged LS.
Mm-hmm.
I was pleasant. I was very happy with that.
I didn't get to hear anything, but I did get to drive something I've never driven before.
Fair.
And you didn't do that.
You're right, I didn't.
Yep.
I did not.
All right.
I also got to change gears.
I got to not do. It was really weird to press the start button and nothing happens.
Just
nothing happens.
It's just on.
Yep.
Ooh,
the dashboard goes bloop, 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 and that's it.
Don't like that.
That's it.
No thanks. No thanks.
All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Sure. Did you happen to see anything while you were out and about?
I did. The first thing I'm going to mention was one of the cars that did go on the toy rally with us, and it was an Ariel Atom.
Ooh.
I've never actually seen one in real life.
I think I have.
Have you?
Yeah, a long time ago I've seen one.
Like,
But they're super rare.
I've never actually seen one in real life.
They're
And
small.
I don't know if it comes with a handbrake. The reason I say that, because when he was parked in the lot, he put 2 wheel chocks in his rear wheels. I was like, what the? Holy shit. Is there no handbrake? What's going on?
I didn't know that. Huh.
But yeah, that was one of my spots. I was like, it's just because it's such a weird, fun-looking thing.
Those are just go-karts.
I bet you he had the most fun of everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do some digging. You know how much it weighs?
No.
1,349 pounds.
1,000?
Sub 1,500 pounds.
Me and you could pick that up?
Yes.
Holy moly.
I didn't realize they were that light.
That is crazy light.
It's crazy, crazy light.
Whoa.
And it's such an interesting thing. Now, I think this was like the first gen Ariel Atom, so I think it only had the itsy bitsy little 190 horsepower, 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. But that's all you need.
That's fine.
That's going to still do like a blisteringly quick 0 to 60 in that. I mean, even in a little 1.8, you're still doing, I don't know, by 0 to 60 in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds.
All you do is you get in this vehicle, you take your helmet off, you go to 70 miles an hour, and you let your face turn into waves, and you take pictures of it. You just do that.
The dude had goggles on because you have to.
You have to. The famous Jeremy Clarkson wave
with
face.
the mouth hard.
Yeah. That's what this car's for. It's fantastic.
Yeah, when I saw it pull up, I was like, oh, that's just... I've never actually seen one in real life, and it just looks like the most fun little thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's ridiculous how fun that looks.
It's a go-kart for the road.
But to me, it's a completely different kind of thing than a slingshot.
Oh, yeah.
So, to the untrained eye, if you're not a car enthusiast, you look and go, oh, I see it all the time. It's just got 4 wheels instead of 3. But it's completely different.
It's way different.
It's not even in the same realm of things.
No.
I would have an Ariel Atom. I would never have a slingshot.
Oh, for sure. This is like I kind of like Formula One and IndyCar and racing, and I'll have a go-kart for the road, whereas the slingshot is a culture statement.
Good save.
We'll just leave that be how it is.
Good save. But yeah, that's one of my spots was the Ariel Atom.
So what else did you see?
My spot of the week goes to something that's only semi-car related.
Okay.
Because it was in the air.
Was it a plane?
Nope.
Was it a flying car?
Nope.
What was it?
It was a blimp.
What?
It was an airship. I saw the Goodyear blimp randomly flying over Sarasota, Florida.
What the heck?
Why is it here? And it's driving related because it's the Goodyear blimp, which is tires.
Okay.
You got to give me that one, right?
Okay.
I saw the Goodyear blimp, and I was just like flabbergasted that I saw it. I was like, what is going on?
All right. I quickly just Googled. There are 4 total Goodyear blimps across the U.S. You saw one of 4, which I didn't know that.
That's so rare.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, 3 are in the U.S. and 1 over in Europe.
So I saw one of 3 in the U.S.
So 1 of 3.
That's the most rare thing I've ever seen. And it's also one of the slowest.
Yeah. Do you have some stats?
Okay, so some stats. It's got a crew of 1 to 2 pilots. You can be certified for single pilot operation of the airship. You have a max passenger payload of 15 people.
You can fit 15 people in there?
Apparently.
That's a lot of people.
That'd be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It has, I believe, 3 engines.
Okay.
3 piddly little 4-cylinder 197 horsepower engines.
197?
Yeah.
There's 3 BRZs in there?
Apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And those 3 BRZs will propel it to a whopping top speed of 78 miles an hour, which I will say is probably absolutely terrifyingly fast in that thing. Like, That has to be the most uncontrollable 78 miles an hour to ever exist.
You only ever see these things going like 4 miles an hour.
Yes.
Just scooting, barely moving.
The one I saw had to be doing 60 miles an hour.
Whoa.
Because I was like, wait a minute. That's going surprisingly quick.
Whoa.
Because it was kind of like pulling away from me. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Yeah.
Do we need to drag race a blimp in a BRZ?
I think we do. I think we do. Now, are you ready for my favorite statistic about the blimp?
Mm-hmm.
It's envelope volume.
It's big.
Mm-hmm.
How big?
You ready?
Yep.
It's measured in cubic feet because it's volume, right?
Right.
Okay, so the envelope volume of the Goodyear blimp is 297,527 cubic feet.
200,000.
That is as near as makes no difference, 300,000 cubic feet.
Whoa. Wow.
That's so huge.
Wow.
That is freaking enormous.
That's a big blimp.
And you were kind enough to do some math for me.
Mm-hmm.
We've got what this is in liters so that we can equate it to cars.
Okay. So I have a 2 liter.
You have a 2 liter. It's not quite as much as this. The liters are 8,425,026 liters. It's so huge.
Golly.
It's just so big.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's just nuts.
That's a weird car spot.
It's kind of car related because it is
Kinda.
the Goodyear blimp. And it said Goodyear it's the one we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I saw it flying over Sarasota.
That's random.
Where
were they headed?
I don't know. It looked like they were heading southeast.
Miami?
I guess.
Not much southeast from here.
Because apparently it has the endurance to run for 24 hours straight.
What the heck? The Goodyear 24 hours, and just the blimps are doing laps. Wow.
It's just such a funny thing.
That's wild.
Do you think you'd be getting that for your spot of the week?
No.
Me neither. I was flabbergasted.
Yeah.
It took a genuine triple take for me. I kind of looked and I was like, wait, what? What? Oh my God. It's the Goodyear blimp.
That is wild.
Really cool.
That is wild.
Really cool to see. And I got to say, it's like sky presence is huge.
Oh, yeah.
Like it dominated the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just was this giant, enormous 300,000 cubic foot thing.
Yep.
It's freaking huge. But that was my spot of the week, the Goodyear blimp.
Heck yeah.
Did you see anything?
I did. I saw a couple different things. I saw a nice white Aston Martin Vantage that was heading in the direction of going to the driving event that I was at.
Ooh.
So hopefully they got to do that. Saw a purple and black Lamborghini Urus. What a color combination.
Interesting.
Yes. Have you seen that color combo?
I have.
Yes. I think it does actually work on that cover.
Purple's fine for a Lambo.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. And then my car spot that I actually want to use as my car spot is a Tesla Roadster.
Is it though?
No. It's a Lotus.
Okay.
But it does remind me of a Tesla Roadster. Do you see it in the front here?
No, I'm blind.
Okay.
Yes, I see it. Of course.
Yes. This is the Lotus Evora GT in this blue color, which I thought initially was a Roadster. Then I saw it and I was like, nope, that's not a Roadster.
You do that every single time you see a Lotus.
Every time.
If it's a Lotus, you go, oh, Tesla Roadster. No.
And I'm not sure. I think I'm more excited for the Tesla Roadster, honestly.
You are.
Yes. But this does have a V6, a 5.3 liter.
A what?
3.5
That's
liter.
That's huge.
No, 3.5 liter V6.
I believe that's the 3.5 liters of V6 out of the Toyota. Toyota derived 3.5 liter V6.
I think you're
Which is why the engines don't blow up in a Lotus, but the rest of the car just breaks around it.
Yes, all the electrical bits and everything else.
All the things that are built in Britain. Yes.
Right. Those go to crap. This makes 416 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. It does come with a 6-speed manual transmission.
Good.
Which, fantastic. It'll do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat. Not
Quick.
terrible.
Quick.
Not terrible. Quarter mile in 12.4 seconds at 111 miles an hour.
Quick.
Curb weight, can you give me a guess?
It's a Lotus, so it can't be heavy,
No.
right? Lotus's whole idea is simplify and make lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So sub 3,000 pounds?
And
More or less?
more.
3,400 pounds?
3,112.
Oh, so just a little bit over
Teeny bit.
3,000. But if you put people in it, you're 3,400 pounds.
Right. 3,400 pounds with people. So I really like this car.
Would you own one?
Maybe.
Whoa!
Maybe.
Whoa! What?
Why would you not want to own this? Other than the mechanical shenanigans or the electrical shenanigans.
I did not see you saying you would own one.
Can you see some similarity between the BRZ and this?
They're blue. They
sure
have
you can see more than
Toyota
that.
engineering in them.
Ah, yes, you're right.
I can see some similarities.
It would be faster than our BRZ. It's a
Well,
manual
of course.
transmission. It's mechanical. It's no NSX, but it's not too bad.
I could see you driving one of those.
I could see me driving one of those as well.
You know the other car I could see you driving?
What?
A Honda S2000.
Yes. Miata.
No, because that's no different than your BRZ.
True. Just doesn't have a top.
I'm looking for the next step above a BRZ for you.
Okay. Yeah,
Your next,
you would
your logical progression.
right. You wouldn't go BRZ FRS to Miata.
No.
You'd go Miata to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then you go to something that has more quickness.
It's got to be the NSX.
You're going to go right to a McLaren.
No, settle down over there. So yeah, that's what I saw. Almost a Tesla, but actually it's a Lotus.
I see.
Yes.
I like it. I really, really, really like that, by the way, because it's just such a good looking car. And I bet you that would have been so much fun on our drive.
Oh, yeah.
God, that'd have been a blast.
That would be good.
Yes.
So, shall we move on to the I wish they would have?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you have one?
I do, and it comes from the Holiday Toy Run.
Okay.
I wish that when you got your test for your license, you were also tested on learning how to read like geographical directions.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Because like they were very simple, easy to follow directions. Turn left heading north on Lorraine Road. Turn right heading north on Debrecen. Turn right heading south on Mayaca. Like, why is that so difficult?
Here's how the test should go, right? In the middle of you taking in the beginning of you taking your driving example, they should say, can you point north? And you just, assumingly you know the correct direction, point to the north, right? In this case, it's over that way. And then halfway through, they should say point east. After you've done corners and got all turned around and you're in some road you've never been, can you establish yourself what direction is north, south, east, and west?
I like that, but to take that even further, I wish part of the driver testing was in the test. They said, follow these directions to get to destination X. If you don't, you fail.
Everyone would fail.
Yes.
Everyone would fail.
Turn right on Clark Road, turn left on Honore.
No.
That should not be a hard thing to do.
I totally agree, but with how smartphones are nowadays, nobody knows where they're going unless they're attached to their phone.
I wish they would have come straight from the Holiday Toy Run, because honestly, let me actually count it. So, not including turning out of the dealership, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the 6th turn, 30 cars were lost. Going in, I'm not kidding you, the exact opposite direction. Not even kind of the right direction, but genuinely backwards.
Nice.
And I had to stop and I'm waving bro, what are you doing?
Going the wrong way. You're
Not
actually
even
going
kind of the wrong way, but exactly the opposite direction.
Yeah. But if you would have given them directions on their phone.
That was there.
Oh, yikes. Holy moly. That's bad. Yikes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So I wish navigating was part of your driver's tests.
All right. I like that.
What do you wish they would have?
I'm going to piggyback off yours, but
Okay.
I'm going to do it in a little different way. Because me and you can do directions. Some people cannot. And some people don't have the spatial awareness to know what direction is what. But whenever I am like out on a trip with friends or whatnot, when I was up in Kentucky playing disc golf with the boys, we were doing direct directions, which was I would set a place that we're going to. I would look at whatever Maps app I'm using gives me the default. And then I would find a different route to get there that would be more fun or bring you through more enjoyable scenic things, right? Yes. So
I do the same thing,
I wish that in the map apps, there was an intuitive way to either reroute around something that is like logically there. Sometimes they'll bring you through a neighborhood all zigzaggy where you could just go up one street, take a right on the street you're going to eventually get to.
Yeah.
But they bring you a terrible way or give you a way to go the more scenic route. For some reason, they can't do that. I don't know why.
I agree. I wish it would calculate all options.
Right. And I think Google will give you 2 or 3 now, but usually they're like efficiency based or like mileage based or something.
Avoid
like
tolls or whatever.
Right. I want like the common sense way to get there. That doesn't exist for some reason.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I wish they would have.
Yeah. Common sense directions. That's all I want.
Can dig it, but yet people still get lost.
All the time. All the time. Yep.
Oh, gotta love it. So you got anything else?
I do not.
All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for episode 148. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you are watching on YouTube, please do leave us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button as well, and let us know in the comments. What do you wish they would have? Let us know what you're thinking. And if you're listening on audio, send that I wish they would have over to us via social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is weareauto_. YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io, where you should really honestly go check out because you'll be able to watch some of your favorite past races. Again, thanks so much. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.